What are some signs someone has had a hard life? Two sides of the same coin. They can be compassionate and empathetic because they've walked in those shoes, or they are harsh and overly critical as a defense mechanism. People who, when shown kindness, literally don't know how to take it. I find people who have been through some shit have a great sense of humor. Possibly a coping mechanism, but some of the funniest people I have met have had a hard life. They never ask for help. For anything, no matter how small or large. Trust issues. Scared to get close to people, push people away, not fazed by situations that bother other people. Over-explain things. Come across as mean because they are trying to protect themselves from getting hurt again. People who've faced tough times might show signs like being very cautious or guarded, struggling to trust easily, or having a strong sense of independence. They might also have a deep empathy for others' struggles. They tell you a story they think is funny and it's actually just trauma. Overachiever who always thinks they haven't accomplished anything. They have lots of advice that sounds really genuine and you can tell it from their voice. They go out of their way to help others who are struggling or down on their luck. They don't whine and ask for help when things are hard, they just deal. They don't assume people like them or take basic goodwill for granted. Being obviously vulnerable feels dangerous, and they'll conceal it rather than complaining. If you show them you're a real one, you move up in their personal hierarchy and they see you in a different light after that. They don't react when everyone else is. They constantly apologize for things that aren't their fault and massively over-explain things in an effort to keep others from getting upset. Apologizing for everything they do. I heard a woman once say she had a really difficult life and now as a result she's as mean as a cobra. I find that people who've had hard lives can be incredibly patient, empathetic, and understanding, but when someone crosses a particular boundary they can become as mean as a cobra out of self-preservation. Being unable to let your walls down and actually trust someone is a sign of trauma. Never looking people in the eyes, not saying hi to people when they enter a room or get to work, profusely sweating when it's not really warranted, has no deep relationships with anybody, flakes on hanging out all the time last minute. Really wants close relationships but sabotages them because connection is scary. They are outwardly happy, nice, and willing to help. Inward they are deeply depressed. Dark sense of humor gets them through life. 1,000-yard stare, and they look like something is always on their mind, even in the calm moments. Saying sorry like it's air. Overly apologizing and being hypersensitive to other people's emotions. One of the most common signs of a hard life is financial struggles. This can manifest in different ways, such as having difficulty paying bills, being unable to afford basic necessities, or living paycheck to paycheck. And health problems. Another sign of a hard life can be ongoing health problem. They moved around a lot as a child and don't have any simple answers to basic questions. They bring up some dark shit like it's not dark. Something like, yeah, my parents were crazy, man. We weren't allowed to wear shoes upstairs. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, we wore muzzles. Did everyone just get sad? Like an abused dog, they jump at every shadow. I can't think of a more somber situation. Tired look, low health, not too much joy in them. Being a people pleaser. Being empathetic and understanding other people's struggles. They hate the holidays. Borderline personality disorder. Ask them what they want for Christmas, they say nothing and genuinely mean it. Yet they buy presents for everyone else. You'd likely never know. Never accepting help from others because you feel like you'll owe them something or have it held over your head. I would say out of the ordinary reaction on some problems. I've seen people panic at the smallest things because it reminded them of situations in their past. In my life experience, the people I know who are unwaveringly positive and full of hope tend to have been dealt a bad hand in life more than their fair share of times. I believe these kind souls have developed this gift and way of being by living a long life full of uncertainty and becoming exponentially stronger every time another trial arrives at the door. As someone who had a hard life, always tired, desperate to be accepted and cry easily, their eyes will speak pain. Well, my therapist had to remind me that most people don't take getting a terminal illness diagnosis in stride like it's just another Tuesday. But to me it was just one of those things, just one more thing to deal with. I noticed that a lot with people who had really abusive upbringings, minor and major events all feel the same. Being told I probably had a year to live at most felt the exact same as being told Subway was out of the bread I like. It sucked but it wasn't world-ending. Shout out to my fucked up body, it's been 3 years and I'm still alive, motherfuckers. Lashing out emotionally. I'd say someone who gets really defensive easily. Thinking that most compliments or flirt towards them are fake. When you work in retail, and you ask them, "Hi, how can I help you?" And their answer is, "No one can help me." Dead eyes, difficult to socialize, existential crisis, unable to find happiness in things others get excited about, guarded with their emotions. Desensitization from the things that rattle the rest of us. Unfortunately I have this, but this does not make you inferior or dangerous in any way. I hoard food so much so, that today, Thanksgiving, I've already had to make a store run because a few of the things in my cabinet that I thought I could use, expired a while ago. I can make a meal out of almost anything. I can't go into a store unless I buy something. I flinch at loud sounds, fast movements. I'm constantly adjusting exit strategies and try to keep total situational awareness. I won't hang out where people go to specifically drink. If I see a bag of trash on the side of the highway, I have a mini panic attack while I pass it and until I can't see it anymore. Teeth tell the story. Braces, routine cleanings don't only cost money, they require caring and organized parenting. I worked with a guy that had FCK hammer tattooed across his stomach. The lines of the tattoo were broken up with stab wound scars. His stories were pretty wild. Drug abuse. No matter how much money they have in the bank, they live very frugally. Only one vacation every 4-5 years, and even then, they fly coach and stay at the least expensive hotel they can find. Rarely eat in restaurants except maybe for special occasions like anniversaries. Humble. Some of the most hard-working people are the most humble, in my opinion. Bad teeth or signs of tooth decay. I dare you to show me someone who's lived on the streets for a matter of time that has nice teeth. They are mostly silent. They eat their meals very quickly. As if someone were to snatch it away if they didn't finish it in time. They offer poor boundaries and overshare dark things. Dark humor. Self-harm scars. Accelerated aging and substance abuse issues. Under or overreactions to simple things in life. Difficulty in emotional settings. Just to name a few. Some people I've known, myself included, hate the holidays, Christmas especially. I've been dreading it ever since we were officially closer to Christmas than New Year's. Nobody really gets what I mean when I say I love winter, but fear Christmas, and not in an Ebenezer Scrooge kind of way. Mariah Carey is like a dementor, and that bloody intro Celesta signals the end times. You never hear them complain. They don't trust people. Posture, their eyes, body language, the way they speak. They are hardworking. They've ran out of fucks a long time ago. The sparks in their eyes are barely there anymore. they don't laugh from heart. Sometimes someone who flinches easily or gets more than startled easily.